Thank you for inviting me here today. Ireland's Future was very happy to make our written submission to the committee, and we hope it's a worthwhile contribution to the broad conversation, and we thank all of those who have contributed to our work, many of whom are in this room today. Last Saturday, 5,000 people attended the Ireland's Future event, Together We Can, in the Three Arena. Thousands of people paid €10 each to attend, significant in its own right. 10 political parties, 5 party leaders and leading voices of business, trade unions, agriculture, LGBT, the women's sector and many others participated in what was a seminal event that hopefully will assist in advancing the seismic issue of a referendum and constitutional change in Ireland. Andrew Clark and Peter Adair featured, as did Reverend Karen Sutharaman and Ben Collins. These four grew up in the unionist community, with unionist and British culture and traditions part of their everyday lives. They are now strongly of the view that a new and united Ireland would be better for all of our people and would provide a better future and brighter future for our children and grandchildren. Andrew, Peter, Karen and Trevor Lunn were also part of the working group that organised the event in the Three Arena. Trevor is a former MLA and former chair of the Alliance Party, a former mayor of Lisburn and a former president of Lisburn Chamber of Commerce. Trevor's family background would be very much of an Orange persuasion. Actor Jimmy Nesbitt was the keynote speaker at the event. He remarked during his 20-minute speech that when he was younger, he played in his local flute band and that he was proud of his Protestant culture. He too believes the time is right to have the conversation about what he calls a new union of Ireland. Ireland's Future has worked hard to create the space for those who are not from the traditional pro-United Ireland community. We do this because it is the right thing to do. Where I live, the main 12th of July parade passes just metres from my front door. Every year, I go out and I watch the parade. I watch it because there are people in that parade who are my friends, my work colleagues and my neighbours. In my personal view, an early gesture from the government in Dublin might be very well received. It could be viewed as an investment in the future. Could the 12th of July become a public holiday across the entire island in advance of a referendum? What a positive signal that might send to many of our Orange and British neighbours and friends. And this cuts both ways. I coached my local underage Gaelic football team. One of the other coaches is from a unionist background. His son plays for our club. Last year's under-13 championship winning football captain, his father is from a unionist background. The man doesn't miss a game. I'm sure there are others I don't even know about, probably the way it should be. I've been in business for almost 20 years. I sat on the Council of the Northern Ireland Chamber of Commerce for 3 years. The business community in the North is pragmatic and knows the trajectory of travel, but it needs long-term stability and it needs full re-entry to the European Union. Whilst the North has many positives, excellent schools and universities producing highly qualified graduates and young workers, a successful tourism and hospitality economy, a thriving tech sector, highly qualified healthcare staff and a growing cohort of successful entrepreneurs, what it really needs is long-term economic and societal stability. If I could finish on this point, when it is said, particularly by southern politicians, that the time isn't right to talk about a referendum until relationships in the North improve, there is a potential risk of ensuring fraught relationships exist in perpetuity. It could be said that we incentivise and reward instability and disharmony by stifling the conversation on the national question. The only way to ensure long-term economic, societal stability for the entire island is to plan, prepare and ultimately ask people the question in a referendum. Democracy must be seen to be done. A period of government planning and preparing should begin immediately, and given the wave of recent changes across northern society, the principle of consent should be tested in the next number of years. Thank you.